And the man got his picture ruined?
He smashed the flash strobe into bits. You should have seen the look on Kate.
I can imagine. I mean, to have your ex-love walk in drunk to your fiancé's family party. Boy, I say you Buchanans are never dull. Most people creep along every day not looking for anything, but you guys, you look for trouble, you look for controversy. Sometimes you even look for love.
We don't always get that.
Maybe you're looking in the wrong place.
Maybe you could help point me in the right direction.
AC asked me to have a brandy with you tonight. Why?
I'm on the verge of a corporate takeover. It could be one of the biggest coups in my financial career.
That's all? You don't need me except to say congratulations and order the champagne. When does the deal go down?
The papers are completed, the players are in place. All I have to do is give the word.
So why are you hesitating?
The company I'm raiding is Sanders Chemical.
Sanders, is that the company that Lee married into?
The one owned and operated by Kate's grandmother, Elizabeth.
Oh. Does Kate know?
No one knows, not yet. But with Kate about to marry my grandson, I can hear the thunder and lightning when the news gets out.
And you're afraid that Kate's going to turn against you?
And not only Kate. See, if she resents my taking over the family business, courts could side with her and turn against me.
Well, that's a safe bet.
And Clint may have to take sides. Father against his own son, and Vicky's going to go along with Clint. So that happy family gathering tonight may turn into a lot of broken pieces.
All that for a few stock certificates?
I know what you're thinking. I'm a rich man. I don't need the headache of the money. But I didn't go into business for money. I went in for the challenge and the conquest. Now, if I don't snap up Sanders Chemical while it's on its knees, ready to be had, I don't think I can ever look in the mirror again.
Honey Bunch, I think you're going to have trouble looking in the mirror, whatever you decide.
That's why I came to you for some advice. Got a good heart, good head for business. Tell me, what do you think I should do?
Me? Renee Devine? Advising Asa Buchanan? No, honey, that's not my place. All I can do is ask you the obvious question. What's more important to you? Your family or winning?
Kate, we haven't seen Cord since he left here right after dinner, right after you did.
No, according to Asa, he had to go down to the Banner for something.
I know, and I called the city room, and I called our house, and I called everywhere I could possibly think of, and he's nowhere to be found.
He could be on assignment.
Or he could be with Patrick. He could be in trouble.
What, Patrick? What about Patrick?
Honey, you're upset about something. What is it?
Oh. Do you remember when my grandmother got sick?
Yes, she had a virus. It was around the time your father died.
Right, well, she suspected that Patrick was poisoning her, and she told Cord about it, and Cord went to Patrick's lab, and he found the poison there.
He found poison? Did you know anything about this?
No, he never said a word to me. But why would Cord think for a minute that Patrick would do something like that?
Well, he thought maybe he'd try to get rid of a long-standing grudge or to sweep the opposition away so that he could win me back.
Katie, I realize that Patrick is capable of some rather odd behavior. I mean, this evening was an example, but do you seriously believe that he would go so far as to hurt Elizabeth?
Vicky, I didn't believe it either at first. I thought Cord was reacting out of some sort of jealousy, but the poison found in Graham's system is a very rare substance.
But, honey, that doesn't prove that Patrick was giving it to her.
I know, no one thing proves anything, but it's just the whole picture. You see, I thought that Patrick was just foolish or love-struck or something, but now I can see that he's a very desperate man. And when I told him that he needed professional help, he just looked at me like a wild man. And I just don't know what will happen if he runs into Cord.
Aren't you jumping to conclusions a bit?
I don't think so.
Do you sense that there's something wrong, too?
I didn't trust it at first. But I've got to learn to rely on my senses a little more. Yeah, I felt that something was wrong when Patrick was here tonight. Something terribly wrong.
You must think I'm really stupid, man. Everybody knows about the mob boss you photographed.
Oh, that was your plan, huh? Make it look like some kind of a mob hit when I was out on my next assignment? Only problem is I went over to Landfair to take some family pictures today, and you somehow found out about it. That's why you came busting in there pretending to be drunk.
Boy, you really got an imagination. You know that? First you accuse me of trying to poison Elizabeth, then you say I'm going to blow up your family?
Oh, so you're going to deny that you put the bomb in my camera?
Yeah, that's absurd, Cord. It's just some scheme of yours to try and make Kate think I'm some kind of bad guy, that's all.
Okay, so you won't mind then if I open up the back of this and we take a look-see, huh?
Be my guest.
Oh, look at that. Nothing's there. Probably because it's not my camera. I left mine over at the Banner. A friend of mine, Ansel, gave me his.
I don't care about your camera equipment.
Oh, yeah? Well, you were real concerned about it a minute ago when you went ducking behind the bed, afraid that I was going to blow your tail from here to Kingdom Come. But as I said, my camera's real safe over at the Banner. Did I mention that I had it x-rayed before I brought it there?
Oh, really, huh?
Yeah. That didn't work into your plan, huh? Had Larry Wolick put it under his x-ray machine, and what do you think I found? The insides of my camera were all gone, and there was enough plastic explosives in there to send me over to Birdland.
You are really demented, you know that? I'm going to ask you one time to get out of my
You
room.
broke my strobe, and you came into the house with the sole purpose of keeping me from taking a picture and blowing up my whole family.
There's laws against spreading lies like this, pal. You know that?
There's laws against murder, too, man.
Oh,
and
murder.
I caught you red-handed over there in the city room.
Oh, murder. You're really desperate, you know that? You'd do anything just to hold on to Kate. Well, it won't wash, Cord. I don't have to listen to this anymore.
You're not going anywhere, pal. The police are on their way. In case I haven't mentioned, I dropped a dime on you. They're going to be here any second.
Listen, pal, I don't know why you're giving her so much trouble, but she's with me. If you want to throw her out of here, you better have a damn good reason.
Okay, look, I don't want to see. I'm just giving you and your friend fair warning. You pull any more of your stunts, and I'm calling campus security.
What a jerk, huh?
What's going on, Billy?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? I mean, you know, you give some people a little bit of power, and then they think that it just goes straight to their
Hey,
head.
he wasn't just throwing his weight around. What'd you do to get on his blacklist?
Nothing. I think they're prejudiced against anyone who isn't running for Carnival Queen. Come on, can we take our business somewhere else?
No, wait, I got a better idea. Why don't you come over here and tell me what you started to tell me about who's investigating me?
Oh, yes. My sister is a detective. I told you that.
Yeah, right, you told me.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Well, she's taking it very seriously, like she takes everything else. This afternoon, she came home with some files. So, of course, you know me, I had to do a little snooping.
Billy, someday your curiosity's going to get you in a lot of trouble.
Don't lecture me, okay? Do you want to know what I found out or not?
Yes, please.
As far as I can see, they've exhausted all their leads with Frank Montaigne's money. They don't have a case against you. Well, aren't you relieved?
Sure I am. I don't want you getting in trouble with your sister over this thing.
Oh, Stacy and I are cool. It's nice of you to care, though. I guess you know by now I would do anything for you. Wait, are you listening to a word I'm saying?
Kate, I find it very hard to believe that Patrick would hurt Cord.
Oh, wait a minute, sweetheart. If he were trying to poison Elizabeth, he's capable of anything.
I should have stayed at the Waterside Inn. I should have known that Cord would go there to confront Patrick.
Look, even if you're right, and if they are there together, what can you possibly do to prevent Patrick from trying something?
I am the only one that Patrick will listen to, and if I'm there, he won't hurt Cord.
Maybe. Or maybe he'll hurt both of you.
Yeah, Clint is right. Cord can take care of himself, but if you go there, you might make matters worse.
Well, I can't just stand around here while Cord might be in danger.
Okay, fine. If you feel that strongly, we'll call the police.
No, please don't call the police. I started this whole thing, and I don't want Patrick to be sent back to prison. He needs help, and I want to make sure that he gets it. Look, I'm going to be at the Waterside Inn, and if he comes back here, would you please tell him to give me a call?
Kate, I can't stop you, but will you listen to reason?
Look, everything that happened is my fault, and I've got to do something about it before it's too late.
I don't care what she says. I think we should call the police.
We wouldn't have to call the police if I were able to go along with her.
Well, you're not. Honey, are you quite sure that Cord never said anything to you about all this
He never
business?
said a word to me, but it's because of this. He didn't say anything because of my blindness.
Well, it's possible. He's probably trying to protect you.
Well, I don't want to be protected. And it's got to stop, Vicky. This family has got to stop tiptoeing around me. If my son's in trouble, I should be protecting him.
You ought to like the idea that the cops are on their way over here, Patrick. That way you can file your complaint for slander.
Boy, you know, you've had a real soft life, Cord. You got your cushy job, your rich family. Kate always coming to you for sympathy.
Not for sympathy, for love. And that's what really bugs you, isn't it? Well, you want to know what really bugs me? The fact that you were so obsessed with killing me that you almost took my family out in the process.
Listen, pal, you don't know me. You don't know me at all. You see, I'd never hurt any innocent person. That bomb was just meant for you.
Oh, so the cards are out on the table now.
Yeah.
You're going to admit that you put the bomb in my camera.
It's you, Cord. You stood in the way of everything that I ever wanted.
When are you going to stop blaming other people for your little problems, pal? Fine, maybe Elizabeth did have something to do with putting you away in that prison, but that does not give you the right to poison her out of revenge.
I think you better learn just how evil she is, Cord, because if you don't, she's gonna destroy Kate and everything good about her.
And you decided to destroy her first then, right? I'm sorry, I don't remember seeing that in a Hippocratic oath.
I don't expect you to understand the reasons that I was trying to save Kate.
The only thing you were trying to save is some kind of a sick obsession you've got that you
Oh,
call
right,
love.
right, yeah.
Hey,
sure.
pal, the only one who dealt you the hand you have is you. Man, it's real sad. When Kate finds out the truth, the only one responsible for pushing her away from you will be you.
She's not gonna find out the truth, Cord. Because you're gonna be dead. Then she's gonna come back to me.
You lost her a long time ago, Patrick. And I don't know who I feel more sorry for. Kate for having once believed in you, or you for once being a man that could be believed in.
I don't need your sympathy, pal.
Well, I don't feel that sorry for you. As I said, the police are on their way.
Let them come. I'm not gonna be around.
You dare talk to me about family? Everything I've done in my life, I have done for my family.
Including Raiden, Kate's family's company?
I can see how it looks like a hostile takeover. But in my eyes, I'm rescuing an aging, inefficient damsel in distress.
Oh, please, how romantic.
Renee, I'm serious. Sanders Chemical has been in a corporate slow lane for a long time. If I don't snap it up, somebody else will.
So you're just doing this out of the goodness of your heart, huh?
Well, I'm practically in Kate's family. I mean, if I'm at the helm, the company will still be in the family.
Yeah, in the Buchanan family, not in the Sanders family.
That's a mere technicality. When I am dead and buried, that company will go into my estate and be passed down to my sons and heirs, which include Cord and his wife, Kate.
Well, you just seem to have figured everything out. So what are you waiting for? Maybe you just haven't figured out how it'll feel to hurt Kate.
She will understand. I will explain it to her, just like I explained it to you. And she'll realize that I'm not taking anything from her or her family.
You are one fancy talker. But don't expect to win over Kate or Elizabeth.
No, she doesn't like me. I don't expect a dozen roses from her.
Roses? I think what you're going to get is a fight. I hear she's a tough old broad. Lee told me that she had put all her heart and soul into this company, and she is not going to give it up without fighting for it tooth and claw.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. She's not the only one with claws and teeth.
Okay, Asa, my darling, I know how strong you are, but why does it have to be this hostile? Can't you make it a friendly takeover? I mean, they exist, you know.
Yes, but see, you're right about Elizabeth. See, if I did a gentle takeover, she would not roll over and let me win.
But why don't you just negotiate with her sort of kindly so that her pride is not on the line?
There's no easy way out. If I started negotiations with Elizabeth, I would tip my hand not only to her, but to other people who want Sanders Chemical before I do.
Well, then there's nothing to discuss. Take the company and take the consequences.
That's all you can say? Here you're talking about family, people getting hurt? Damn, why did I ever come for advice from somebody like you? You don't know what the hell high finances are anyway.
It's always good to see you, Brett. And you too, Mary Lynn. You're the kind of kids I like seeing around here.
Brent, maybe we should go somewhere else.
Just because they have to let the townies in here, too? Come on, Marilyn, let's not let anything spoil our day.
I'll bring you a couple of cappuccinos on the house. Compliments of the house for our next carnival queen. Okay?
Thanks a lot.
Brett.
Come on, hey, don't worry about them, okay?
I'm not worried. It's a free country. They can come and go as they please. It's nothing to me.
You're right. We don't have to go somewhere else just because they're here.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. Actually, I'm happy for Coleman. He's finally found somebody on his own level.
Brent, I don't mind if we ignore them, but we shouldn't have to talk about it, okay?
I'm sorry. I just can't forgive the way the guy hurt you.
Look, it's my problem. I'll deal with it.
Well, there's no doubt about that. I mean, you heard what Jack, the manager, said. Everybody on campus is already preparing for your coronation.
I have to get elected first.
Details, my darling, details. I've already conducted a straw poll with all the other fraternities, and I've got it on very good... Mary Lynn. Mary Lynn.
What?
I was saying, I've got it on very good authority that you can't lose. Doesn't that make you happy?
You know, actually, I'm happy for Miss Lollipop. She finally found somebody as plastic as she is. As a matter of fact, I think that they deserve each other.
Billy, you're not winning any points with me by knocking Mary Lynn, okay?
I'm sorry, you're right. It's petty. Besides, I have nothing to be envious about anymore, do I?
Okay, here we go. Enjoy.
Thanks a lot, Jack.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You better get used to all this special treatment. You are soon to be the most famous face on campus. Because you're certainly already the most beautiful.
Brent, please.
What?
Nothing. Tell me more about the election.
Well, first off, I figured...
Relax, relax. They don't have anything that we want.
What does he think he's doing?
We don't.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm reading the record. Have you seen him?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I just saw him. He gave me a message to give to you.
Come on, do you honestly think I believe he would give you a message?
Katie, listen. Your grandmother's collapsed.
What? What happened?
Just stay calm. She's been taken to the hospital.
Well, what's wrong with her?
She had a mild heart attack, okay?
Well, what did the doctor say? Is she unconscious? What happened?
They don't know anything yet.
I'm going to the hospital.
I'll take you. Come on, let's go.
Wait, he is not worth it.
Yeah, but he's chewing on her neck.
Well, it's her neck, isn't it? Besides, look at me. If you start throwing punches around, you think the manager is going to blame you or the human sweater over there?
Yeah, you're right. But that guy gets away with everything, and it always makes it seem like it's our fault.
So why don't you just ignore him? Pretend he doesn't exist.
Okay, you're making sense. But don't expect a miracle.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
Marilyn, I know you cared about him once. I remember my first crush. Roseanne Feeney. She used to scoop ice cream on the boardwalk in Ocean City. She had a great big right arm.
Brent, please.
Friends used to call her Papa.
Please.
No, I'm serious. I mean, what I thought was love was just a common affinity for ice cream. We grew out of that relationship, like you and Wade are doing.
Well, it looks like she made her choice. Now you can bang your head against a brick wall about it. Or you can start being a little kind to yourself. Maybe even to me.
Yeah, you're right. I've wasted enough time waiting for her to come around. It's about enough of that. Let's get out of here.
Now you're talking. Brent, I wish you wouldn't do that.
Do what?
Look, I like you, but I don't want people to get the wrong idea, okay?
Mary Lynn, if you're talking about Wade, I think it's a little late for that, don't you?
Come on, let's go.
Honey, is there no word from Kate?
No.
And Cord didn't call.
No?
Well, then they must be safe. I'll bet that Kate found them and somehow managed to prevent a confrontation between Cord and Patrick.
I'd feel better if we'd hear something.
Are you worried about your son, or are you just upset with yourself because you can't go out and look for him yourself?
You know me pretty well, don't you?
I've had some years of practice. Listen, Cord is a grown-up. Even if you had 20/20 vision, you can't go and fight his battles for him. Come sit down.
I acted like a jerk today. A little while ago, didn't I? Carrying on about people treating me with kid gloves.
Oh, come on. I understood.
Yes, but I shouldn't have taken it out on you. I guess I've just got a lot of adjusting to do yet before I'm used to my condition.
Well, we all have a lot of adjusting to do. I'm going to make you a solemn vow that I will never, ever, ever tiptoe around you ever again. I'm going to walk right up to you and just nibble your ear.
Well, you can do whatever you want. You can tiptoe around me if you want to. Or you can clomp around in hobnail boots. But with my hearing getting better by the minute, I will know the instant you walk into a room.
Oh?
Yeah, and you better watch out.
Why?
Because I may just sweep you into my arms like now.
Oh, you are a menace to ladies.
Only to one lady. And I would just love to thoroughly menace her right here and now.
Menace away. Do me a favor. Do you really feel you need these glasses when it's just the two of us together?
The vacant look in my eyes can't be a very romantic sight.
There's nothing vacant about you anywhere, Clint Buchanan. If you want to hide those beautiful eyes from the rest of the world, then you go ahead and do it, but not from me. I want every single bit of you. Understand? Every bit.
Well, that makes it very convenient, because I want you too. And you know what?
No, what?
I don't need eyes to make love to you. You know, it's like I learned in therapy. It's a sensitive touch is the key. And Mrs. B, I have memorized every inch of your gorgeous body.
Damn it, Ed. I'm sorry. All I had to do was hold him here until you arrived. I'm sorry.
We're just glad you're all right. That's Detective Giordano there.
How you doing?
Do you have any idea where Dr. London might have gone?
No, I don't. He hit me over the head with some kind of a wine bottle. Look, we have got to find him before he gets a hold of Kate.
All right.
Mr. Roberts, do you have any reason to think he'd want to harm your fiancée?
Yeah, maybe you better talk to Rafe Garrettson. He'll tell you that Patrick is suspected of poisoning Elizabeth Sanders. That's Kate's grandmother.
Well, I think...
Look, I've got plenty of proof, too. I know for a fact he was trying to kill me and probably my whole family.
Okay. I think we've got enough to go on now.
If Mr. London is as dangerous as you say, we'll do everything we can to find him.
Yeah, we'll start with an APB. Oh, and first, let's see. Oh, man. Yeah, this front desk? Yeah, this is Detective Hall. I'm in room 509. Did you happen to see Mr. Patrick London leave the inn? You're sure? Okay, thank you.
Ed, what is it? What do they know? Did they see him go someplace? They have any idea where he is?
Yeah, they saw him, all right. And he didn't leave alone. He left with Kate Saunders.
Grams has been so sick, and then I had to go and turn against her on top of everything. Oh, God, if anything happens to her, I'll never forgive myself.
And don't worry, Katie. Nothing's gonna happen to her. And nothing bad's ever gonna happen to you again, either.
I wish that were true. Patrick, this isn't the way to the hospital.
Don't worry, I know where I'm going.
It's not the way to the house either. I thought you were going to take me to see Grams.
There's no need for that. She's perfectly fine.
What's wrong with you? What are you talking about?
There's nothing wrong with me, Katie. Just had to get you away from the Waterside Inn and Cord. Kept filling your head with all those lies.
He was there when I came just now, wasn't he?
Well, you might say he was a little indisposed.
What did you do to him, Patrick?
Katie, whatever I did to him, he deserved. I tried to reason with him, but he just pushed me to the extreme like he always does.
Damn it, Patrick! What the hell did you do to him?
I thought you were going to overreact like this, Katie. Now, look, there's no need to. I'm not going to hurt you.
I want you to stop the car now and let me out.
I can't do that,
Patrick,
Katie.
let me out! What are you doing? Patrick, let me out of the car! What the hell are you doing?
Nice long sleep, Katie. Just relax. Go with it. Don't worry about it. Once you relax with it, go with the flow, everything will be just fine.
Electronic.
Thank you.
Cord, may I pour you some?
No, thank you, Vicky. I'm so wired right now. Coffee's the last thing I need.
Cord, you've been up all night. You need some sleep.
We will call you if any news comes in. Seriously.
Thank you very much for the offer, but I don't think I could sleep right now. Knowing that Kate is out there someplace with Patrick.
Cord, the man may be seriously disturbed, but he's always loved Kate. He won't harm her, will he?
Well, I keep trying to tell myself that, Clint, and meantime, all I'm doing is wearing out your carpet.
Cord? Vicky, Clint?
How you doing? Have you heard anything yet?
No, I'm sorry, Cord. We haven't heard anything yet. This is Detective Giordano. She's working with us.
How do you do?
Pleasure.
This is my husband, Clint Buchanan. This is Miss Giordano.
Good morning.
Pleased to meet you.
Clint?
Ed? Ed, you say that Patrick has disappeared along with Kate? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, we've searched the airport, the bus terminals, and every square inch of the Saunders Chemicals property.
I tried talking to Elizabeth Sanders on the phone, but she was too distraught to offer any leads. I'll try again later.
So you've been up all night. Do you want breakfast or coffee or anything?
Oh, good. Why don't we have some milk and cookies, too, while we're at it?
Cord.
No, I mean, let's have a nice little tea party here while Patrick has got Kate someplace doing God knows what. We have no idea what's going on.
I understand how you feel, Cord. That's why we came over here to tell you in person.
Ed, I'm sorry. Detective,
We
I
understand,
apologize.
Mr. Roberts. But you have to believe me, we're doing everything humanly possible.
Yes, we are. And I think we're going to pass on the breakfast, Vicky. Thank you very much. But Cord is right about one thing. We have a lot of looking to do. Okay. So long, Clint. We'll let you know if we hear anything. Come on.
Thank you, Ed,
Bye.
Detective.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, I have to say, I, for one, feel a lot better knowing that Ed Hall is looking for her. They're going to find Katie. It's just a matter of time.
Please, Vicky, don't try to give me any false hopes, all right?
Cord, there's always hope.
Well, you look at what he's done. He put a bomb in my camera. He almost blew me up and the whole family. Who knows what he's liable to do to Kate?
You're right. The man is capable of anything.
Honey?
No, sweetheart, it's true. And we have to face it. But there is one little thread of hope. And that's the love that Patrick has always had for Kate. If anything's going to save her, it's that.
Yeah, well, that's not a whole lot to go on right now. But it looks like it's just about all we've got.
Yeah, Mrs. Rabeau? Hi. Yeah, this is Wade Coleman. I'm from WVLE. I'm here to pick you up and take you over to the station for the interview. Oh, no, that's okay. Just take your time. Whenever you're ready, I'll be waiting in the lobby. Okay, sure thing. Bye-bye. Thanks, Gary.
Okay.
Mary Lynn.
Would you mind letting me get into the elevator?
Yes, I mind. Come on, this has gone on long enough. You're shooting daggers at me, and I'm pretending like I don't see you. We need to talk about this. Get this stuff out.
Look, this is no place for a talk, and besides, I'm late to see my mother.
She'll understand. Now, let's just go find a quiet table somewhere.
No. I promised her I'd go shopping with her today.
Shopping? Oh, that's crucial.
It is. I have to pick out my gown for the winter carnival.
Your gown? Oh, I'm sorry. Now I realize that the future queen has her priorities. I guess that means that the rest of us peasants can go to hell. Is that your message?
Katie, I'm sorry I had to hurt you. When we wake up, you'll know I did the right thing. Hi.
Hi. Patrick, what happened? Where am I?
Oh, you're in a safe place.
Oh, my head. How long have I been sleeping?
Well, it doesn't matter. The main thing is you're awake now. It's a brand new day.
Last time you said that Grams was sick, Patrick.
Don't get upset. It's all right, Kate.
You lied to me. You stuck a needle in my arm, Patrick. What's going on? Where am I? Where have you taken me?
Is there something wrong with wanting to be popular?
Of course not. But there is something wrong with turning your back on who you are.
Is that why you've gone back to Billy?
Oh, no, don't start thinking you're any better than she is. At least she's not a phony.
If I'm such a phony, why do you waste your time on me?
Because I hate seeing you let Brent turn you into something you're not. A superficial person, just like he is.
You say I don't appreciate Billy. Well, I could say the same thing about you and Brent.
Oh, come on, Marilyn. He's no mystery. He lives for $100 shirts and sports cars and putting people down.
At least he doesn't go around drawing mustaches on posters like a 2-year-old.
Okay. I never said Billy was mature. But I can say this for her. She cares about more than shopping and some stupid carnival queen contest.
Let me tell you something. I don't care about Billy. But I do care about you, or at least I did until you started stringing the two of us along.
Doing what?
Wade, you have to make a choice. And if you prefer Billy Giordano, then you go to her with my blessing, okay?
How can you say this? I love you. Don't you know that? Just you, and nothing's gonna change that.
Hey, Wade, Mrs. Rowe just called from the lobby. She's waiting for a ride.
Okay, thanks a lot, Gary.
Look, you should go, and so should I.
Listen, all I have to do is run this lady over to the studio for an interview. After that,
I'll be with Lee, shopping and doing other stupid things.
Look, I know I said some things I shouldn't have said.
Wade, you and I have nothing more to talk about. You've made your choice. I hope she makes you happy.
Happening here, huh? Have no fear, the Texas Rangers have arrived.
Oh, Asa, Renee, you didn't have to come over.
I told Asa, I hope we're not in your way.
Of course not. Heard about Kate, I grabbed my sidekick, and we came over to see if we'd be any help. I mean this. I have a fleet of helicopters and a private security force. They're yours for the asking.
I appreciate the offer, Ace. I really do. Just your showing up, that means a lot to me.
Paul, why don't you just hold off on the helicopters? From what I hear, Ed Hall has his search pretty much in hand.
Oh, yeah, well, he's doing a lot of searching. He's just not doing a lot of finding.
Now, wait a minute. You don't really think that Patrick will hurt Kate?
No, we don't. That's kind of the one hope we're hanging on to. We don't.
Yeah, I agree. He loves her too much to harm her, but I just wish when they find him, they'd lock me up in a room with him for just one good minute.
Well, you're going to have to stand in line for that, Ace, so let me tell you. If you'll excuse me.
Where are you going? The police are going to call when they have news.
I'm sorry, Vicky. I just can't wait around for that to happen. Now, Detective Giordano said that maybe Elizabeth was just a little bit too shaken up to give us any information. Maybe I can go over there and help calm her down a little bit, okay?
Well, I had no idea that you were so close to Mrs. Sanders.
Well, she's been very kind to me, probably because she knows how much I love her granddaughter.
A lot of people do a lot of things because they love their grandchildren.
Cord, do you think Elizabeth is going to have an idea on where Patrick might have taken Kate?
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. She probably knows Patrick better than anybody. Maybe if I can calm her down, maybe she can give me some kind of a lead to follow up. I don't know.
All right, let me walk you out.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Well, I want to walk to the door with my son, too. Now, you people take care. I don't want you bumping into anything, you hear?
Well?
Yeah, coffee, that'll be fine. 3 lumps.
Well, you are going to get your lumps. Did you hear what your grandson said?
He's worried about Kate. She's going to be all right.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how he said he felt so close to you and Kate and even Kate's mother. Unless you want to disillusion him completely or start another civil war, you just better scotch this takeover.
It is not as simple as that.
Bull, just tell the lawyers to tear up the paper. Let the Sanders Company belong to the Sanders family or anyone who wants to buy it. Anyone but you.
You don't understand. The instructions went out this morning. At this moment, the board of directors of Sanders Company are having a meeting, and they know what to do.
Well, get in touch with them. Call it off.
I can't.
You won't.
It's too late. Everything is in motion, whether we like it or not. The takeover is going through.
Okay, don't worry about it. You're in a safe place. Nothing's going to happen to you here.
Sanders can't call us.
Katie. Katie, calm down. No one's going to find us here. Just relax. By the time they figure it out, we're going to be on our way to Africa.
Africa?
Yeah. Don't you remember how much we enjoyed ourselves there? Just before your grandmother locked me away in that prison.
Listen to me. We had some wonderful times there, but that was a lifetime ago.
Katie, I know that. But once we get back there, you'll remember how wonderful it was.
No, don't you understand? You can't take it back. You can't erase the last 5 years.
Katie, Cord is the one who's making you think this way. That's why I've got to get you away from him. And as soon as I do, it'll all come back to you. It'll all be fine. Kate, you'll be all right. Trust me.
The coffee machine is down the hall and to the left.
But Dr. Kellogg is absolutely notorious for being late with his schedule. That's why I wanted the first appointment.
Well, you're quite early, Miss Kramer.
Yes, well, I didn't want to be caught up in traffic.
Please sit down.
Thank you. No, Dorian was never on time for anything in her life, much less early. I think you got all the promptest genes.
Well, maybe I'm putting too much into this, but I just feel like once I see Dr. Kellogg that I'm going to show him that I'm dealing with everything just fine and that I'm going to be able to put all my doubts aside and feel finally free.
Hey.
Melinda, what's wrong?
Tell me you got good news.
We don't have any news. We've been looking for Patrick and Kate. No luck.
Dr. London's cleaned out his bank account, so odds are he's planning a trip.
Yeah, we've got the airport and the bus terminals and the train station covered.
We leaned on a couple of our sources. Nobody admits any knowledge of requests for phony passports. We still have a couple people to check, but so far we're hitting blank walls.
Well, at least we got a pretty good idea that Patrick abducted her. It's a hell of a lot more than I have on Delilah. Damn it. I don't understand how she could just disappear without a trace.
What in the world is going on with Patrick?
He's obsessed with Kate, and he'll do anything to make her part of his life.
Including kidnap her.
Judith told me that Kate was very resourceful. Now, she's been in tough jams before and gotten out. Have a little faith, Elizabeth.
Don't talk to me about faith, Jeffrey.
No,
That's nonsense.
It should be of some comfort to know that.
I don't want comfort. I want my granddaughter back. And I want Patrick in jail where he belongs.
It's locked, Katie.
Well, then you open it up and you let me out.
I can't do that. You'll just run away from me.
Patrick, we can't stay here. It's horrible. It's freezing. It's cold.
Sorry about that. But I promise you, once we get to Africa, you will live like a queen. And then we'll be together, just like we should have been all along.
You won't.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
If I could drive, I would have insisted on driving Delilah to the airport.
Cord offered to take her to the airport, and she said no thanks. Clint, you cannot blame yourself for Delilah's disappearance. And I hope Cord doesn't either.
Oh, Cord. He's all upset about Kate. Damn it, I should be doing something to help find those two women.
Like what?
I don't know. At the very least, I should be with Cord and Elizabeth, offer my moral support.
You want me to drive you over to the Sanders house?
No. The last thing Elizabeth needs is to have some blind man staggering around her living room, knocking over her furniture.
Clint, you know, once you master your familiar surroundings, the next logical step is to move into a space...
When do I get to those steps? How long? 2 weeks? 2 months? I need to know those steps now.
Mister, you are making remarkable progress.
It's not fast enough, Sarah.
Look, I know you're frustrated, all right? But come on, will you have a little patience here? I promise you, you are going to reach your goals.
I'd reach them a lot sooner if you'd move into Landfair. You said you'd think about it.
I did. Clint, I don't think it's a good idea.
Why? I'm the only patient you have now. You don't have any family to care for? You know all the spare rooms we have. You can have your pick. And I'll make sure that the family gives you all the privacy and all the space you need.
That has nothing to do with it.
Think of all the time you'll be saving not having to drive back and forth between here and your apartment.
Look, I know that it would be more convenient for me to be staying here, but I don't think it's a good idea to be together 24 hours a day.
All right, let's get to the bottom line, Sarah. Name your price. You got it.
Money has absolutely nothing to do with my decision.
Well, I don't mean to insult you, but if money will help change your mind...
It won't. Look, I need to maintain a professional distance here, and I cannot do it if I'm living here.
Sarah, you are the only person who can help me regain control of my life. Now, the sooner I do that, the better for everyone.
I know that you're frustrated, especially in light of this whole situation with Kate.
Oh, that's only part of it. That's only part of it. I'm a newspaper editor, and I can't run the newspaper. My boys are making demands on me that I can't meet. My wife is burdened with responsibilities that I should be dealing with, and it's not fair to any of them. And I can't keep saying, hang in there, I'll be useful again in a couple of months. Now, Sarah, you have the talent and the experience, and I have the determination. We'd make a hell of a team.
Look, I agree with you there, but this team is going to work from 9 to 5, 5 days a week. Clint, when we started working together, we agreed that we were going to do things my way. And I think in this case particularly, my way is the best.
Patrick tried to poison you, Elizabeth?
He very nearly succeeded in killing me.
And then he tried to blow you up along with most of the Buchanans?
That's right.
I cannot believe this has been going on and you didn't tell me.
I wasn't sure you'd care, especially after the way I treated you.
Does Judith know anything about this?
No.
No, we haven't told Judith about this because with Kate missing, there's nothing she can do but worry.
No. Kate and Judith were pretty close. She might have some idea where Patrick would have taken Kate.
I beg your pardon, madam, but Luther Kent is on the phone.
Tell him I'll call him back.
Yes, madam. He says he has delayed the meeting of the board of directors as long as possible. He asks if you plan to attend.
Tell Luther to conduct the meeting without me. I have no time for business while my granddaughter is in the hands of a lunatic.
Yes, madam.
Elizabeth, I can understand that you want to keep this quiet, but perhaps if you explained the situation to Luther, he'd cancel this meeting.
He knows the situation.
Really? This guy is all heart.
Well, he does what he's told. This meeting was forced on us. It involves a hostile takeover attempt.
Oh, boy. Another one?
I'm afraid this one is a very serious threat.
I am so sorry. Suddenly, everything that matters to you is at stake.
Look, Elizabeth, if you want to go over there and put in an appearance, show a sign of strength, I can go with you.
No, Court. I don't want that. It doesn't matter to me anymore. My granddaughter is my main concern. And if any harm comes to her...
Don't you worry about that, Elizabeth. If Patrick so much as touches Kate, I promise you, I'll kill him.
Patrick, you don't want to take me to Africa.
Katie, I got it all planned out already.
No, you'll be miserable because you'll know that I don't love you.
Look, I don't want to hear that anymore. So don't say it, all right?
Pretending isn't going to make me love you.
Katie, down in your soul, down in your gut, don't you still love me? Weren't you just protecting yourself from the pain of losing me by pretending that Cord could make you happy? But you know that he can't, Katie. You know that. And once we're in Africa, you will realize that. And then you will love me with all the joy and all the happiness that we shared before I went to prison.
No, it can't happen. Don't you see that we're different people now?
We are not different. We haven't changed. We just lost our way for a while. But we'll find peace, Katie. We'll lose ourselves in the magic and the beauty of that country. And then you'll fall in love with me all over again.
No, Patrick,
yes,
my
you will.
life is here. Your work is here.
My work? My work is gone. Your grandmother stole my work. That's why I've got to find a new direction now. But think of all the good we can do. Think of all the people we can help by sharing our knowledge. Isn't that a hell of a lot more than anything Sadler's Chemical could ever give us?
Patrick, that's a beautiful, beautiful dream, but it's not going to happen for either one of us.
It's ours, Kate. It's ours beginning now, beginning today, this afternoon. I'll love you. I'll protect you. I'll make you happy. And then you'll see that all the dreams that we shared could come true.
Look, I am not going to Africa. If you want to follow this dream of yours, go ahead, but I don't want any part of it.
Kate, you'll change your mind.
Listen to me. You can't make me go with you, and you can't make me love you.
Katie, I can make you do anything I want. Anything.